I remember standing on that stage in Austin, under the Texas sky, the hum of Optimus robots dancing behind me, and hearing the result. More than 75% of you, the shareholders, had voted for this new compensation plan. A plan that, I admit, sounds wild, almost sci-fi, even to me. But this isn't just about money, and thank you. I super appreciate it. Your trust means more than a headline, and the deal I proposed isn't a paycheck. It's a contract for the future. A bet. Not on myself, but on us, on Tesla, on a vision that goes way beyond electric cars. There's no salary for me. I don't take a cash wage. This is entirely stock-based, and I'll only earn it if we achieve some of the most audacious milestones I believe our company is capable of reaching. Here's what I laid out. Over the next decade, in order to unlock the full package, Tesla would need to hit 12 performance targets, not just financial, but operational. Things that sound like they came out of a science fiction novel, but to me they feel like destiny. First, we aim to grow Tesla's market capitalization from where we are now all the way to $8.5 trillion. That's not a typo, $8.5 trillion. It's a steep climb, a long road, but that's exactly why I put my skin in the game. Because I don't just want Tesla to make cars. I want Tesla to be a cornerstone of a future where sustainable energy, artificial intelligence, robotics, and autonomous systems all converge. If we reach that $8.5 trillion valuation, it means Tesla hasn't just succeeded, it's redefined what value in a company can be. But that's not all. Operationally, we're talking about delivering 20 million vehicles, putting 1 million Robotaxis on the road, building and selling 1 million humanoid robots, Optimus-style bots, and generating up to $400 billion in core profit. These are huge numbers, but they're not arbitrary. They're the stepping stones to transforming Tesla from a car company into a robotics and AI powerhouse. And yes, to get to any of this, I must stay around. The structure of the plan requires me to remain CEO for at least 7.5 years, because this vision takes time, consistency, and commitment. I have always said that the biggest risk is not failure. The biggest risk is not trying. When I first joined Tesla, people said I was crazy, that building electric cars was impossible, that the margins were too thin, that legacy automakers would stomp us out, but we proved them wrong together. Now, I'm asking for more, not for myself, but for what Tesla can become. I told the shareholders that this is the biggest revolution in Tesla's history. This is a whole new book. Car manufacturing is only step one. take the trust you've given me and turn it into something real, measurable, and world-changing. If we hit the targets, if we grow the market cap, if we deliver 20 million vehicles, launch that million Robotaxi fleet, build a million Optimus bots, and hit the profit goals, you and I build something no one else believed was possible. And yes, in that case, the value could be near $1 trillion, the largest compensation package in corporate history, but not as a trophy, as a sign that we did something big together. Even if we don't hit every single target, the structure is such that partial success means meaningful reward, not just for me, but for shareholders. Because every step forward we take is value created. Real value, not just hype. That's the design. We only get paid if Tesla gets paid. And I believe we will, because when we started, people said electric cars were niche. When we raised money, people said we'd never scale. Yet here we are. Now I'm calling on us to go further, to reinvent transport, to automate intelligently, to build a future where sustainable energy and intelligent machines uplift humanity. That's not fantasy to me. That's the mission. And this compensation plan, your vote, that's not just about Elon Musk. It's about Tesla's role in shaping the 21st century. So yes, I told the gathering at the factory, buckle up. Because what we're building together is not just another business quarter. We're writing a whole new book on what a company can be, what people can achieve when they share a vision. With this in mind, you didn't just give me a package, you gave me a mandate to lead Tesla to its next phase. A mandate to keep pursuing these audacious milestones. And I promise you, I will not take that lightly. We've got work to do. Let's get to it. And after that vote, after the noise faded and the cameras moved on, I walked through the factory floor thinking about the actual engineering that has to back up all the big talk. Because speeches don't build cars, speeches don't build robots, and speeches definitely don't get 1 million autonomous vehicles operating safely on public roads. Only physics and execution do that. And that's always been my grounding principle. Physics is the judge, reality is the judge, and no matter how ambitious the compensation plan sounds, none of it matters unless we deliver real-world breakthrough. So, I looked at the lines, the machines that build the machines, and I told myself that we're entering a time where Tesla has to scale not linearly, but exponentially. Not in a way that feels comfortable, but in a way that pushes everyone. Because to reach these goals, we need to evolve from a car company into something closer to an automated industrial organism. A cybernetic factory network that learns and improves and becomes more efficient with every cycle. And that's where Optimus comes in. Not basically the foundations of real-world AI, which we've been quietly building through billions of miles of driving data, training on Dojo, pushing updates, learning from every edge case. Because robotaxis are not just a business model. They're the training grounds for the AI that will eventually power Optimus, manufacturing, energy system, all the future Tesla products we haven't even announced yet. And to everyone who said the plan was too risky, too big, too much, I'll tell you what,